Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Kahila or Kay, and oh my gosh, happy new year 2024. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm like, let's sit down finally and talk about these goals because it's been a couple weeks of the new year already, right? It's the 11th right now for me. For you guys, it's gonna be whatever day I'm posting this. I don't remember. Today, it has not been a couple weeks. What? Hello? It's been a week and a few days, okay? More than a few days. No, few days. Okay, whatever. It's been a week, okay? Almost 2 weeks. In a few days, it will be. And it's been a great year, month, week so far because I'm setting myself up for success, okay? I have a lot of goals for this year. And this year is also going to look a little different for me because I'm used to being at home like all the time, being able to knit like 8+ hours in a day. Yeah, because I would stay up too. So I'm used to knitting like straight, of course with breaks and stuff like that, but I'm used to being able to sit home, start a project and finish it in like a week, 2 weeks, like a sweater, a whole garment. This is my Monday sweater by Petite Knit. In like 2 weeks or a week, I literally finished a whole oversized sweater in a week. But now I am not able to do that anymore, okay? I am now getting out of the house, having to do lots of work and take care of business outside of the house. A lot of the times I'm out of the house like for 8 hours and stuff like that, which meant I needed to figure out a way to still incorporate lots of knitting. I am so bright right now because the window is like shining, the sun is setting, so like the sky is weird and stuff. Apologies, but I'm not moving because I like the space. Kalila's yarn, Kalila's knits, my knits. Don't pay attention to mine. They're not folded, they're stuffed, okay? Kalila folded hers because. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, needed to find a way to get some knitting in. So I literally, like I do every single year, get a notebook, okay, write down my goals, but this time I'm structuring things differently, so I'm hoping it sticks, which I'm telling myself it will stick. So it will stick. It's sticking, okay? Having my notebook, planning out, I have like quarterly goals now. Crazy. I have quarterly goals for myself, so I have January, February, March, and then I'm gonna have my weekly goals for myself, what I'm gonna do weekly and every single day. Okay, so very exciting. I am excited to check back in by like March and let you guys know if I'm still, you know, using my cute little notebook and accomplishing my goals. So that's a plan. Anyway, so my goals, I really want to accomplish these goals because like I said, knitting is looking different for me. I still want to knit as much as I used to, but I can't. So, but the urge to knit all the time is still there, you know, so which is a good thing anyway. Okay, let me stop rambling. I just wanted to just spit all that out because it's been a while since I just like sat down and like talked to you guys. Anyway, let's start off with my first goal, which is to finish all of my whips from 2023. Okay, I don't usually have like a ton of knits on my needles, which is so great because this goal I can definitely accomplish within like the first quarter of the year, I would say, even though I'm hoping to finish it sooner, like in February. That'll be great. Okay, so finish all of my whips from 2023. I have 5 whips from 2023, and to me, that's not a lot at all, okay? I used to be a monogamous knitter until I realized how great knitting on multiple projects at the same time was. So now I am not a monogamous knitter, but now I need to be so that I can finish these projects, okay? So I have the balloon sweater by Petite Knit, which is my current knit that I'm working on that I want to finish. I'm filming a video for it, like trying to knit a sweater in a week. This is day 3. I split for sleeves, joined in around. It's not a raglan, so I didn't split for sleeves, but I just say split for sleeves because I understand what I'm saying. Okay, but I joined it around and now I'm working on the body, and I'm hoping to get a lot of the body done today, tonight, and tomorrow. I'm hoping to get this sweater done in a week, but we shall see. You guys will see the video and we'll see if I, you know, accomplish it or not. But that's my way, giving myself challenges. That's my way of making sure that I'm getting a lot of knitting done on top of all the work that I have to do, you know? So, balloon sweater by Petite Knit, and then I have my Never sweater by Copy Callie, Kalila, my sister. She has her YouTube channel. Kalila's first ever knitting pattern. So excited. All of the testers sweaters look so good. I am still on a body, literally like a little bit past splitting for sleeves just because I got busy, okay? And that sweater is huge, but I do plan on finishing it, okay? So that's my second whip, and that yarn that I'm using for it, dude, the other day I literally had to snatch yarn that I didn't have in a cake form from my cat's mouth. Like, he literally like jumped and reached into the cubby where I have my yarn and yanked it out. And I was like, oh, please, no, okay? It's Out of the Woods by Sorella from her Taylor Swift collection, the original Taylor Swift collection from 2021. Okay, you can't replace that. That is the first yarn that I bought when I first got into hand-dyed yarn and when I first got into knitting. Okay, you can't replace the memories from that. So I'm just like, and that's why it's like so perfect that I'm knitting my sister's pattern in that yarn, because then like I'm able to like keep that memory alive. So great. See, yarn is more than just yarn, okay? We get it. We all get it. I feel like we're all sentimental with our yarn and stuff like that, right? Come on. We are. Anyway, so balloon sweater by Petite Knit, Never sweater by Copy Callie, and then I have my stripe hype dress by Kuta Fakika. Oh, I really want to finish that. That's, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's going to be a perfect spring and summer dress. I wanted it to be a winter dress, but I'm not going to finish it in a winter. No, I feel like I'm going to finish it when spring starts. So that's okay, because the yarn I'm using is Happy Place by Hobie and Tony from TL Yarn Crafts. It's like her yarn that she made with Hobie, and it's like 50% wool and 50% cotton. So I feel like that's a perfect blend for the summer and spring. Spring especially. Summer might get a little hot here in California, Southern California, but it'll definitely be good for spring. Yeah, and I'm excited to finish it. I don't have a knit dress. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes. It's hard to remember what knits I've knitted when I've knitted so much. I feel like I do, but I don't remember, so whatever. I want another or a knit dress, okay, in my wardrobe. Yes. Anyway, can I get through like the first goal? It's still the first goal. Anyway, okay, so I have those sweaters, that dress, and then I have the Ozo hat by Petite Knit, and then I have Vanilla Socks by Crazy Sock Lady. So those are my 5 whips. Very easy to accomplish. 2 sweaters, a dress, a beanie, and socks. Come on. Come on. That's literally perfect. Oh gosh. So, and I want all of them as finished objects, okay? I want to wear them, okay? I need some new knits to wear. I've been wearing literally all of my knits this winter, and that's all I've wanted to do all year, okay? It's just now getting cold here in Southern California. Like, I woke up in the morning and it was like 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Hello? But then by the time it was afternoon, it was like 60 degrees. But still, for that little moment, it was cold enough where I needed to layer my knits. And I'm just like, thank you so much, weather, for finally granting me this. Like, this is what I've been dreaming of all summer. Okay? So anyway, those are my knits. That's my first huge goal for 2024. I hope I've been saying 2024 this entire time. for this year. And yeah, let me know if you guys still have whips from 2023. I know people have knits from like years ago. I couldn't do that. I couldn't have a whip from like 2021 or something like that. Like, what? Ooh, I need to finish these whips before I start any new whips. And I'm not going to count test knitting because I literally just signed up for a test knit. So. That doesn't count. It does, of course, but you know, it's not going to count. I have another goal. I have 5 goals for myself this year. I was going to put a goal of not buying yarn, which I tell myself this every single year, and literally every year that I told myself, why did I say literally? Like literally every year that I've told myself that, I bought yarn either in January or February. It didn't last. I have gone 11 days without buying yarn. I almost broke that because the other day Kalila was like, Kahila, and I was like, what? And she was like, Woolly Knit is having a 50% off sale on their like balls of yarn. I was just like, don't tell me that. I literally went to the website and I was so close to clicking add to cart, and I was just like, you don't need it. Think about all of the yummy yarn that you have in your stash. And you know what stopped me? I have navy blue knitting for Olive in their merino and in their soft silk mohair to pair together for a sweater, and that stopped me because I'm just like, you're gonna add when you have that beautiful yarn sitting there? I mean, I have my whole hand-dyed yarn stash as well, but it was that specific combination that stopped me. Mainly because I got those yarns in like Denmark and Sweden when I was with Alex, and it reminded me of Sweden and our travels. And then I was just like, I don't need any more yarn. Okay, I'm good. So that stopped me. But in March, I'm definitely going to be buying a lot of yarn because, should I say it? I'm not going to say it yet, but I will be buying a lot of yarn. Things will be happening. If we're friends, ask me what's happening in March if I haven't told you already, because it slipped my mind. Okay, so anyway, that would have been a goal, but I don't want to make it a goal because I know I'm going to break it in March. So maybe we can set a goal after that. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, see, I'm not as bright anymore, guys, because the sun is setting. It's currently 4:04. Like, the sun isn't like setting, but it's like about to start setting, which is like the perfect time I feel like to film and stuff. Anyway, you can tell I haven't like talked to you guys in a little while because I'm just rambly here and there everywhere. I feel like this is a podcast, but listen, I miss sitting down and talking to you guys, and I love setting goals for myself. So number 2, we're 14 minutes in and I'm just now getting to goal number 2. All right, I need my phone for this. My biggest goal for the year, this year for 2024, is to knit textures and color work, guys. Guys, it has been my dream to literally start pumping out textured knits. All I talked about last year was the Arctic Light sweater. I was supposed to start the Arctic Light sweater last year, but I thought I would like finish all of my whips, but I did not, and that's okay. But my goal is to knit that sweater this year and color work. Have you guys seen Ulla Knitwear's color work sweater that she's working on? Have you seen it? If you haven't, I will insert it here for you to see. And I'm just like, I would love to knit it. Absolutely. Let me use that as practice for my double strap. I'm excited for that. Okay, so I have examples. Arctic Light sweater, Salty Days sweater, Wishbone sweater, all by Kutavikika, the Ingrid sweater and Moby sweater by Petite Knit, Ulla Knitwear's new sweater that she came out with, or she did not come out with it yet. In my head, it's already, you know, I've already test knitted it and it's out because I'm dreaming about that sweater. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of matching like a dark yarn and a light yarn together instead of like her 2 light yarns that she has, and just like the contrast. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. That's too good. Anyway, her colorwork sweater, the Dorney sweater, the What's her sweater with the color work across? Hold on. Let me go to Instagram. The Care sweater. Jeez, that was going to be the first sweater that I was going to knit, like, to get me into color work. But then I saw Maria Ulin Knitwear's color work sweater and I was like, I need that. I need that. Like, please. Thank you. Anyway, so sweaters like those sweaters that I mentioned, I want to get into, and I am so excited. Okay, like I'm gonna have, let me see, do I have? Okay, that's my next goal. My next goal is what I was literally about to say. So that's my goal, to get into textures and color work with my knits. And because, you know, I've done so many basics. I have knitted so many basics, and raglan sweaters, what is it called? Circle, what is it called? Circle yoke sweaters. Why is it my brain? Okay, circular yoke, is that what it's called? I don't know. Correct me, please. I've done drop shoulder. I've done what, like basically almost every construction type with plain sweaters, and it is time for me to get into my textures and my color work. Okay, that's my next step. This is going to be my 3rd year of knitting in August, and I'm just like, let's elevate, okay? And my 3rd goal is to always have one textured or colorwork sweater or garment, honestly, but mainly sweater on the needles. I want to have one plain sweater on the needles, and then I want to have a small project like a sock or a beanie on the needle. So I will always have like 3 whips on the needles, and I feel like that will help me with getting through knitting, especially with how busy my schedule is now. It'll help me still have that passion for knitting with all the distractions that I'm going to have. So it's like, if I'm in a mood for something a little more complicated, like, oh man, I wish I, you know, started that. I don't feel like knitting a plain sweater today. I have that on the needles, okay? And then it's just like, I don't want to think. I just want to knit. I want to watch something and knit without like having to look at my work. I have my plain project. Oh man, I just want something small and quick satisfaction. I have my socks or I have my beanie. Like, you know, I get the best of all worlds. So that is my goal, so that I can make sure that my love of knitting stays strong, you know? So that's how I don't get burnt out or like bored or anything, because I've learned to do that. And having my 5 projects on the needles, like, oh, I get so excited to knit those projects. And that's it. That's not it for my goals, but that's it for like how I feel. Okay, number 4, simple goal. I want to do more test knitting. Last year is, can I like enunciate please? Test knitting. Okay, last year was the first year that I got into test knitting, and I've been in love with it. I knitted, let me see. Let's go to my test knitting folder. Yeah, I knitted 7 test knits last year, and I started test knitting in May? Was it March or May? It's one of the M's. It's either March or May, I forgot, and I knitted 7, I'm pretty sure it's March. 7 projects. Okay, from test knitting, and I want to test knit even more this year. Why? Because I am so busy. I feel like deadlines really work and help me. So if I have a deadline for something, I'm going to put my focus into that project so that I can get it done. And I feel like test knitting will definitely help with that. And because I want to branch out and like knit something I wouldn't usually gravitate to if the pattern was already out. So if I see something that's, you know, ready to be tested, and I'm just like, would I buy that pattern if it wasn't like, if it was already out. And if it's just like, I'm like, I don't know if I would knit that. I want to knit it because I want to do something different this year. I want to branch out. I want to stop being comfortable. I want to do things that make me a little uncomfortable because I want more, you know, I want to elevate. So that's my mindset this year. Do something different. Do something that makes you uncomfortable, especially if it's not detrimental to my life or my health or anything. Okay, we're not talking about being crazy and doing something that will harm myself, okay? But just something that's just like, it's uncomfortable for me because I'm not used to it. Let me branch out and do that, which is why I want to do more color work and I want to do more textures, you know? That is why. So that's what 2024 is for me. And then lastly, my 5th goal is to knit from my stash, okay? I need to use up the yarn in my stash. I know I'm talking about buying more yarn in March or whatever, but even with the yarn that I'm gonna buy, I still have a lot of yarn in my stash. Okay, I still need to get through that yarn. My goal last year was to knit through like 50% of my stash. I did not realize how large my stash was because I literally knitted almost every project from stash and it's still as full as like when the year started. So I'm just like, let me just not put a percentage on it and just be like, we're gonna knit a bunch from my stash, you know? So I want to knit more from my stash. I know for some of the test knits, the yarn will be provided, so that's fine. I mean, the yarn is coming and going, so it's not like it's like staying in my stash. But I definitely want to use more of the yarn from my stash, mainly because I want to knit with those yarns. Like, I have some pretty yarn and I'm tired of sitting there like staring at it. You know, I'm tired of staring at it on my shelf. Like, I want it to be in use. I want to use it. So that is another goal, and that is the last goal. I want to keep my goals simple. I didn't care for like a bunch of goals like this and this and this and that. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet and just focus on what's really, really important for me. And I think all of my goals really capture that for me. So I am so excited. Let me know what your goals are for 2024, knitting goals, uploading goals. I didn't put any uploading goals or anything for myself here specifically because this is all about knitting. I have my goals for like how many videos I want to upload and this and that for myself personally and in my notebook that I have, but this is all about knitting and yarn and I just wanted to focus on that with you guys, and I'm just so excited for 2024. And I can tell you guys that I do want to film more sit-down videos since my vlogs are for my members. You guys, I'll be more consistent with that as well for you. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely put out more sit-down videos just because I enjoy sitting and talking, and it's nice to sit and talk even when it's not a podcast, you know, because the way my schedule is, I'm not going to be able to pump out projects like I used to. So I'm not going to have a lot to talk about all the time in my podcast. I'm not going to be filming a lot of podcasts in a month, you know, so that's okay though. I'm excited for this new chapter. I'm excited for everything that's going on in my life right now. And I hope you're excited for your year as well. So talk to me in the comments. Let me know how your year is going so far. We're just a couple weeks into it by the time you guys are seeing it. No, it's not going to be 2 weeks yet. Let's just say it's going to be like a couple weeks into the new year, okay, by the time you guys see this. And yeah, let me know how it's going. Let me know your goals. And that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below if you worked on anything while watching. And like I said before, your goals, I want to know it, okay? Let's cheer each other on. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and click that notification bell because it will notify you guys whenever I post another video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's where I update you guys on any and everything dealing with my life and projects and yarn. And I take cute pictures and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one.